Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with a Total War Warhammer multiplayer review. Now, before I review the multiplayer, I'm just going to tell you exactly what I'm reviewing. So, I'm reviewing the design multiplayer and just exactly how it actually works. Not gameplay, not balance. Because obviously that would be too hard to really tell at this point, and it's difficult to find opponents anyway. So, let's jump into it and look at what we have. So if you go under campaigns, you have multiplayer campaign. Here you have sort of a battle list, list, so to speak. You can just go to host campaign, or you can join another one or resume as host. Pretty similar to the way it is. So you just select faction here. Just the usual stuff. Nothing has really changed here. I'm not sure if anything should be changed anyway. But let's go back. And here is where it's going to be negative for me. So let's go over to battles. Now, let's head on over to leaderboards. So, leaderboards. You can see that this is basically a copy-paste from Attila. I am not liking how this is done. And here's what I would have liked to have different here. So first of all, I would have liked to be able to see losses. Then, I wanted to see 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4 categories up here somewhere. Change to see how specific teams are doing and such. But none of that is here. And all of that was actually in Shogun 2, but it doesn't exist in this game apparently, and not in Attila either, so that is a problem for me. Next, these filters. Only all and friends. You cannot choose a clan in game, like in Shogun 2, and then filter it by that. And yeah, I really don't like these leaderboards. The way they are implemented right now, they mean nothing to me, and they're exactly the way they were in Attila. So let's go back. Now, let's head on over to replays. I mean, you can't really say that this is necessarily a multiplayer thing, but you can have some multiplayer elements to it. For instance, maybe you would be able to resume a game from a replay with someone else at a specific point, or, you know, do something similar, or just, I don't know, something with replays in multiplayer. But anyway, the way replays work is essentially the same way as in Attila, and sadly it does still not show you the map here. You have to load up the replay to see it. Again, just a tiny little annoying thing. But yeah, that's how replays are. Now let's head on over to quick battles. This is essentially matchmaking. Again, this is the same as it was in Attila. Now, I don't think that this particularly needs to be changed. Like, this is alright, honestly. But let's head on over to multiplayer battle, which opens up the battle list. Now, before I get into the battle list, I'll tell you that there is no customization of anything here. You just choose a faction, and you choose the units that you'll be playing with. That's all you're doing. It's not like in Shogun 2. It's essentially the same way as Attila. So I would have liked for there to be a system such as the Avatar Conquest in Shogun 2. Again, not with lots of grinding or random post-battle drops that you may or may not get after thousands of hours of playtime. I don't want it to be like that, no. But something similar. Like customizing your lord or your units, giving them specific stats, upgrades, and something interesting like that. But at the moment it just is bare bones, and I don't think that this will change in the future. I really doubt it. But let's go ahead and host the game. So we have hosted a game. You can see that it's limited to 4v4 people. I mean, 8 players max, but 4v4 is essentially 4 players per team is the max. So you can do even like a 4v3, a 4v2, or whatever. 4v4 is the max. Now here's the problem. if you have 8 players in total, you cannot have a single spectator. So essentially, it counts the player slots as spectator slots as well. So I mean, this is very strange that these slots are not independent from each other. So again, I am not a fan of that, which is a shame. But again, I can't really talk about balance or the actual gameplay, but in terms of map pool, it seems like there's actually lots of maps here to choose from, but we don't have dojos like in Shogun 2. No key buildings, nothing on the map to be like, hey, if you take this, you might get a bonus. So there's nothing incentivizing you to attack, which again is bad, I would say. And these are all the types of battles you can do in multiplayer. So yeah, still battle realism mod, time limit, funds, battle difficulty. There's also no season or time of day, like not a lot of customization you can do here. And there is no FFA as far as I can see, which is a shame. And also you cannot do battles like 2v2. I mean, not 2v2, you can do 2v2 of course, but you can't do 2v2v2 or I don't know, like 1v1v1. Well, that would be FFA, but you know what I mean. No FFA, no 2v2v2, no 3v3v3, or who knows, whatever. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the way it is designed here, and it's exactly the same as in Attila, except there's now no battle selector, and you just have preset maps. Which is a good idea. I mean, I like preset maps over the battle selector, but again, no key buildings or the like. There's nothing on the map to show you that, okay, if you attack, you will get rewarded, so people are just probably gonna happily camp back in their deployment or on big hills and something like that. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't know what to say honestly, but I think it's about time that I give you my scoring. Again, not reviewing balance, not reviewing gameplay, just the technical features of Warhammer in multiplayer and the design of the multiplayer itself. And honestly, I can't give it more than 5 out of 10, and yeah, that is my final score, 5 out of 10. But I would probably give it less, but I'm being a bit generous here, I think. Real shame, honestly. I wanted more out of multiplayer. But yeah, hope you found this useful. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.